Sixth graders, this is to help you with question 2 on CR 32. Now, if your teacher allows you to use a calculator, please feel free to do that. I'm not sure whether or not your teacher will allow it in case she wants you or he wants you working on, oops, sorry about that. Actually being able to multiply decimals, so I'm going to just long multiply. Let's see, it says the rectangular solid shown will have what volume? Well, we have to know for a rectangular solid, volume equals length times width times height. So if I call this 12.3 my length, I call 15.2 my width, and I call 28.1 my height, I'll just substitute those numbers. In place of length, I'll put 12.3 times in place of width, I'll put 15.2, and in place of height, I'll put 28.1. So the first thing I'll do is multiply 12.3 times 15.2. So let me just do that scrap work off to the side. Now what I do when I multiply decimals, I just do a rough estimate. So like in my mind, I say 12 is about 10. 15.2 is about 15. 15 times 10, I know my answer should be somewhere around 150. That'll just help me decide where to put the decimal point. Now I already know it's going to be higher than 150 because 12 is bigger than 10, but it's going to be somewhere around 150. So let's just go ahead and long multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. When you're long multiplying with decimals, you don't worry about the decimals till the very last step. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 0 placeholder. 5 times 3 is 15. Put down a 5, carry a 1. 5 times 2 is 10, and 1 more is 11. Put down a 1, carry a 1. 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 more is 6. 2 zeros for placeholders over 2 spots. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. We're going to add those all up. 6. 4 and 5 is 9. 2 and 1 is 3. And 3 is 6. 6 and 2 is 8. And there we have a 1. So like you're looking here and you're like, that looks like 18,696. I thought my answer should be around 150. Oh, that means my decimal point must go right here. And that's just a way that I handle decimals. Your teachers may have shown you this goes over one place, this goes over one place, 1 plus 1. My final answer, I have to move over 2 places from the right. I don't know. I always use estimation. 186.96, and then I still have to multiply that by 28.1. Whew, there's more scrap work. 186.96. It might be a good time for you to take a minute and ask your math teacher whether or not they're allowing a calculator on your final exam. Because if they are, you're good to go. If not, you need to make sure you brush up on all these skills of knowing how to multiply and divide and add and subtract with your decimals. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 placeholder. 8 times 6 is 48. Put down an 8, carry a 4. 8 times 9 is 72, and 4 more is 76. 8 times 6 is 48, and 7 more is 55, I think. 8 times 6 is 64, and 5 more is 69. 8 times 1 is 8, and 6 more is 14. Now I have to put down 2 zeros as placeholders. Whew. And now I need to hop over here. 2 times 6 is 12. Put down a 2. Carry a 1. 2 times 9 is 18. And 1 more is 19. Put down a 9. Carry a 1. 2 times 6 is 12. And 1 more is 13. Put down a 3. Carry a 1. 2 times 8 is 16. And 1 more is 17. Put down a 7. Carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2. And 1 more is 3. Woo. 6, 9, and 8 is 17. 6 and 6 is 12, 13, 14, I believe that'll get me to 15. 8 and 1 is 9, 9 and 5 is 14, and 9 is 23, I'm feeling. 2 and 1 is 3, and 9 is 12, and 3 is 15. Put down a 5, carry a 1. 4 and 1 is 5, and 7 is 12. Put down a 2, carry a 1. 1 and 1 is 2, and 3 more is 5. Hopefully I multiplied that right. We're going to move over 1, 2, and 1 more. We'll move over 1, 2, 3 decimal places. I get 5,253.576. There you go. And volume is measured in cubic units. That's why there's a little 3 there. I hope that helps. Lots of multiplying going on there. If your teacher allows calculators, don't go through all of this stuff. This is exactly the work. They'll want to see a formula, a substitution, and then what you multiplied together. Hope that helps.